Yo, in today's video, we're gonna go over my raw fitness advice going into 2025. Let's get it. All right, so the first thing that we're gonna start off with is that the perfect time does not exist. So just start. All right, we got to get that out of our head that this perfect time to follow a fitness plan exists. All right, and at the end of the day, life is full of challenges. Life is hard. Situations always comes up. And if we continue to wait for that perfect moment or time, then we're never going to get things started. And fitness, dieting, training, it's something that should be a part of our routine. It's a skill set at the end of the day. So we got to get that down, all right? So another thing that you're going to want to do is get clear on your values. And if you're not clear on your values, you're going to, one, create a plan that doesn't matter to you. Two, you're going to create a goal that doesn't matter to you. So thirdly, it's going to be really tough to follow. You're going to feel unhappy following it. So we want to make sure that you're clear on your values, so that way you could create a plan that you actually feel passionate about. And the thing is that what we're really striving for is consistency. And if we are creating a goal that doesn't matter to us, we're not going to want to follow it. When times are tough, when situations comes up, the other values are going to take over. So you got to get clear on the things that you actually care about, your goal. Why do you want to get lean? Why do you want to get healthy? Why do you want to get strong? And, build a plan off of that. Because at the end of the day, values change over time. So you're going to want to make sure that you revisit your values, a lot. Because if you don't, then, you're going to continue to follow a plan that you don't really care about. So start asking yourself questions. What do you care about right now? What are things that make you happy? And start creating a plan off of that. Oh man. Next thing I want to talk about is priorities. And this pour over is definitely a priority. Man, a good pour over makes my day. A great start to the day. Anyways, what we want to make sure that we do is get our priorities straight. All right. If we do not have our priorities straight, we're going to feel like we're all over the place and we're going to feel like we have no structure. All right. So what you want to do is get clear on your current priorities, whether that's work, family, other personal goals. Make sure you are clear on what you need to get done. All right. Because at the end of the day, we want to make our dieting and training a top priority, right? If it's not yet, like, we want to slowly get there. All right, so get clear on your current priorities and try to make fitness fit into that. That makes sense. All right, because if we don't, then we're gonna feel unfulfilled in a sense. All right, so get clear on your current priorities, list them down, start scheduling things out. Okay, and once we get those things done, we're going to feel real good about ourselves. All right. I'm on vacation right now, by the way. And my family, if you notice, my family is something that I value and prioritize. So my plans, my fitness plans, my dieting, my training, it's built around my family. All right. So I'm making fitness fit into my lifestyle rather than the other way around. All right. So get clear on your priorities. It's really important. Yo, so this is why every time someone asks me to work with them, I'm always asking them, what is the purpose behind your goal? What is the reason? Because at the end of the day, there's going to be a lot of hard work. There's going to be sacrifice. There's going to be trade-offs. And you want to make sure that it's all worth it. All right. So questions to ask yourself. Are you ready, willing, and able to do the work? Because that's going to be super important for consistency. Anyways, we got Disneyland today. So let's get to Disneyland. So the next thing that we're going to want to do is adopt a growth mindset, because without this mindset, we are going to allow mistakes and failures hold us back from getting where we want to get to. All right? Mistakes, failures, they are there for us to learn and improve on over time. All right? So be self-aware. Understand that mistakes, situations are always going to come up. Our goal is to take notice of them, not let them beat us up, learn from them, and improve over time. That's the goal. So next up is, how do you manage your stress? How do you cope with it? When stressful situations come up, how do you react? How do you respond? Because at the end of the day, we live in a very stressful environment, from our phones, family situations, work, personal things going on. We just live in a very stressful environment. So how do you cope with it? For example, I had a client where after a stressful day at work, his habit, his thing was going straight to Taco Bell and ordering a bunch of food and binging on it. All right, there's one thing, if you tell me, you know what, after work, I was just craving Taco Bell. I haven't had it in a while. I just wanted to eat some Taco Bell. Not a big deal, right? I'm cool with that. But if you come to me saying, you know what, I had a very stressful day, Taco Bell is just something that I cope with. That's something that we want to address, because at the end of the day, we talked about this. Stressful things, stressful situations, they can lead to unhealthy behaviors. So you got to ask yourself, how do you cope with your stress right now? Right? So first thing is, being self-aware. When the trigger happens, like, what do you do? Right? That's first. Like, you want to be aware of that. Secondly, what we want to do is switch that behavior. Usually it's something that you enjoy. Maybe it's a hobby. Maybe it's something that, it's a healthier behavior. All right. So we got to do that. We got to be self-aware. We got to switch the behavior. So we've got to ask yourself, how do you cope with your stress? Because at the end of the day, how we cope with our stress, how we manage our stress is going to be really important for our success now and success in the long term. Now that we got all of those things out of the way, now we could talk about nutrition and training. And if you notice, this is the last thing that I'm going to talk about, because without getting one started, right? We don't need to wait for that perfect time. Without getting our values and priorities straight and living in a growth mindset and learning how to manage our stress, nutrition and training is going to feel really hard to follow, right? But if we get all of those things down, now the nutrition and training part could feel super easy, and it could feel super seamless. And that's the goal. This is to really make things as easy as possible, right? Because what we're really striving for is consistency. And consistency over time is how we're going to get to our result, is how we're going to be more self-aware, and it's going to help us make, adjustments when needed. So let's break down nutrition and training real quick, because there's some fundamental things that you should already be doing before anything else. All right, so there are some things you should already be doing. All right, so when it comes to your nutrition, you should already be eating high quality foods consistently. All right, maybe you're not weighing out your food, maybe you're not doing, you're not tracking your calories, but one thing that you are doing is you're eating high quality foods consistently. All right, so make sure you have about 3 to 4 meals a day. Spread your protein out. Prioritize fruits and vegetables. Prioritize healthy fats, okay? And then when it comes to training, make sure you're doing some resistance training, all right? Maybe it's not 5-6 times a week. Maybe it's 2 to 3, right? It doesn't have to be 6 times a week. Just get in the gym, lift some heavy weight. Don't overcomplicate training. Do the simple stuff really well, and make sure you're prioritizing sleep. Okay, sleep is key, right? Think about all the times you had a poor night of sleep where you felt the next morning you felt super groggy, lazy, recovery wasn't great. Just make sure you sleep well. So prioritize that. All right. So those are the things that you should already be doing before you even think about anything else. All right. The things that you should be doing consistently, and this is how you're going to see results now and in the long term, is eating high quality foods consistently, doing some type of resistance training a few times a week, and prioritizing sleep.
And once you get those things down, then you can start being more detailed with things. Maybe you want to start a meal plan, tracking calories, being super detailed, right? But the main thing here, the first step, is making sure that you have the fundamentals down. All right. And those are the fundamentals: eating high quality foods consistently, resistance training, and getting really good sleep. All right. So hopefully you found this video helpful. Hit me up, comment, like, subscribe if you can. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.